My entitled coworker, let's call her Megan, genuinely thought she could bully me out of my new position. She actually believed that because she was the office golden child. She was owed a promotion she didn't even apply for. She cornered me, screamed in my face, and tried to sabotage my transition. She thought she was untouchable, but Megan made one fatal mistake she didn't know. I document everything. She thought this was just a workplace squabble. She didn't realize she was walking into a trap that would destroy her career and leave her begging for a reference. When I pulled out the digital receipts in front of the VP of operations, the look on her face was pure, unadulterated panic. Watch how this delusional woman realized she had messed with the wrong person and how she came to instantly regret crossing me. This is her karma. Wait, before I show you exactly how I destroyed Megan's career with one button press, if you think people like her deserve to be exposed, hit that like button right now. Let's see if we can get 5,000 likes for pure workplace justice. Okay, now watch her face when I pulled out the evidence. To understand why this victory tasted so sweet, you have to understand Megan. We all have that one coworker, right? The one who does 10% of the work but takes 100% of the credit. That was Megan. I've been at this logistics company for 3 years. I keep my head down, I hit my KPIs, and I make sure the client comes first. My net worth to the company is high because I actually generate revenue. Megan, on the other hand, spent 6 hours of her 8-hour shift online shopping or loudly FaceTiming her boyfriend in the break room about their upcoming vacation. Despite this, she walked around with this air of superiority, acting like the golden child of the department just because she was drinking buddies with our old manager, who recently quit. She was entitled to the core. I remember one specific Tuesday about 2 months before the incident. I was drowning in spreadsheets, trying to reconcile a shipping error that she had caused. Megan rolled her chair over to my desk, sipping an $8 latte. "Hey, OP," she said, popping her gum. "I'm gonna head out a little early today. My nails look atrocious, and I have an appointment. You can finish up the Henderson account, right? You're such a star." She didn't ask. She told, "Megan, the Henderson account is a mess," I said, not looking up from my monitor, my teeth clenched. "You haven't uploaded the invoices. If I do it, I have to start from scratch." She laughed, a shrill, dismissive sound that made my skin crawl. "Don't be dramatic. You love spreadsheets. Besides, you have that worker bee energy. I have management potential. Delegating is part of the job." That was her favorite line. Delegating. In reality, she was just lazy. But in her delusional mind, she was already the boss. She truly believed that showing up late and leaving early was a perk she had earned simply by existing. She had no idea that while she was getting manicures, I was building a portfolio of her incompetence just in case. 3 months ago, the shift happened. Our VP, Mr. Henderson, no relation to the account, posted a job opening on the internal portal. Senior team lead. It came with a significant pay bump. We're talking a life-changing salary increase and a private office. It wasn't advertised on LinkedIn or Indeed yet. Company policy states internal candidates get first dibs for 48 hours. I saw the posting at 8:05 a.m. I spent my lunch break polishing my resume. I applied at 5:00 p.m. I didn't tell anyone. In a corporate environment, you move in silence. You don't announce your moves until the ink is dry. 2 weeks went by. I went through 3 rounds of brutal interviews. I had to present a 90-day strategy plan. I stayed up until 3 a.m. preparing, fueled by anxiety and the desperate need to get out of the cubicle next to Megan. Then, the email came. Subject offer letter, senior team lead. My heart hammered against my ribs. I read the numbers, it was real. I signed it electronically within 30 seconds. The announcement went out the next Monday morning via company-wide email. Please join us in congratulating OP on their promotion to senior team lead. I was sitting at my desk when I heard the gasp. It was loud, theatrical, and coming from the cubicle to my left. Megan stood up so fast her chair rolled back and hit the filing cabinet with a deafening bang. "What is this?" she shrieked. The entire office went silent. You could hear a pin drop. I turned slowly. "Is there a problem, Megan?" She stormed over to my desk, her face a mask of twisted rage. "You stole my job." "Excuse me," I said, keeping my voice calm, though my adrenaline was spiking. "You knew," she yelled, pointing a manicured finger in my face. "You knew I wanted that team lead role? I've been talking about it for months." "Talking about wanting a promotion isn't the same as applying for one," I said coldly. "I didn't know it was posted," she screamed. "Why didn't you tell me? It was on the internal board, the same board we all have set as our homepage," I replied. "Yeah, but you check it more," she countered, her logic completely failing. It would have been common courtesy. "You know, I don't read those boring HR emails. You utilized your insider knowledge to snake me." "I utilized my ability to read," I said, "and my qualifications." That's when she snapped. She leaned in close, her voice dropping to a venomous hiss. "You think you're so smart with your little girl boss energy. You manipulated leadership. You probably lied about your numbers. But listen to me. If you think I'm going to make this easy for you, you're delusional. I'm not training you. I'm not handing over my files. Good luck running the team when you don't know where anything is." She spun around and marched out. I sat there, shaking slightly, not from fear, but from rage. She honestly thought I was the one in the wrong for applying for a public job listing. I knew right then that she wasn't just going to be difficult. She was going to try to destroy me. The next 2 weeks were a nightmare. As the incoming team lead, I needed Megan to hand over the status reports on her high-priority clients. Every time I asked, she had an excuse. "I'm busy. The file is corrupted. I sent it. Check your spam." She hadn't. It all came to a head on Friday at 4 p.m. I needed the quarterly projections for the Monday morning board meeting. If I didn't have them, I would look incompetent on my very first day as the official lead. I walked to her desk. "Megan, I need the projections. Now." She didn't even look away from her phone. "Don't have them." "What do you mean you don't have them? You've been working on them for a month." She finally looked up, a smug, malicious grin on her face. "Oops, I think I accidentally deleted the shared drive folder. Technologically illiterate, I guess. Looks like that's your problem now." She winked. She had deleted the work, hundreds of hours of data. She was trying to sabotage my career before it started. My stomach dropped. I felt physically sick. But then I remembered something. I'm not just a worker. I'm an IT paranoid. "You deleted the folder?" I asked, pulling out my phone and hitting record on the voice memo app, holding it casually at my side. "Yep." She popped the P. "Gone forever? Guess you're not such a great leader if you can't manage your data." "And you did this on purpose," I baited her. "Let's just say it's karma for stealing my job." She smirked. "Maybe if you beg, I might remember where a backup is, but I want a raise." I smiled. "Thanks, Megan." I walked straight past her, down the hall, and into the VP's office. I didn't knock. "Mr. Henderson, we have a massive legal and security breach," I said. 10 minutes later, Megan was summoned. She walked in with a swagger, probably thinking I was in there crying, asking for help. When she saw the VP and the HR director, her face fell slightly, but she held on to her arrogance. "What's this about?" she asked, crossing her arms. "I'm leaving at 5. "Megan," the HR director said, his voice like ice. "OP alleges that you destroyed company property and client data." "He's lying," she shouted immediately, playing the victim. "He lost the files. He's incompetent. He's trying to frame me because he knows he can't handle the new role." "She said she deleted them as karma," I interjected. "I never said that," Megan shrieked. "You're a liar. I'll sue. I'll take this to court." She was flailing, looking for words like family court or civil court, clearly having no idea how the legal system worked. Actually, I said, placing my phone on the desk. Let's listen. I pressed play. Yep, gone. Forever. Let's just say, it's karma for stealing my job. The color drained from her face. She looked like a ghost. It wasn't just embarrassment, it was the realization that her life was imploding. That's edited. That's AI, she stammered, sweating profusely. Mr. Henderson stood up. Megan, our IT department has already verified the deletion logs. You wiped the drive at 3:55 p.m. from your terminal. That, combined with this confession, constitutes gross misconduct and sabotage. But, she whispered, you are terminated immediately. The HR director said, security is waiting outside to escort you. You are not to touch your computer. We will be reviewing the extent of the damages to determine if we will pursue legal action for the destruction of proprietary data. She started crying, the ugly kind of crying. You can't do this. I have rent. You can't fire me over a joke. OP, tell them it was a joke. She looked at me, eyes pleading. The entitlement was gone, replaced by pure fear. I looked her dead in the eye. It would have been nice if you hadn't deleted the files. That's just common courtesy. It has been 3 months since Megan was escorted out of the building by 2 security guards while clutching her purse and weeping. The fallout was spectacular. First, IT was able to recover the deleted files from a shadow backup she didn't know existed, so her sabotage failed completely. I presented the projections on Monday, and the board loved them. As for Megan, instant karma hit her hard. Because she was fired for gross misconduct, sabotage of company property, she attempted to apply for unemployment benefits. I was called in to provide a statement for the hearing. We submitted the audio recording and the IT logs. Her claim was denied. She got $0. But it gets better. I found out through the grapevine, my work bestie is friends with Megan's cousin, that Megan's life spiraled. She apparently tried to spin a story to her family that she was laid off due to budget cuts. But in a small industry, word travels fast. She applied to 3 other firms in our city. 2 of them called our HR department for a reference check. Our HR adheres strictly to the law. They only confirmed her dates of employment. But when asked, is this candidate eligible for rehire? The answer is a hard no. That tells a recruiter everything they need to know. The last I heard, she had to move back in with her parents because she couldn't pay her rent. The golden child is now sleeping in her childhood twin bed, ranting on Facebook about how toxic corporate culture ruined her life. She even tried to message me on LinkedIn last week. Hey, OP, I know things ended weird, but I'm really struggling. Can you write me a recommendation on here? Just say I was good at client relations. Please, I didn't block her. I didn't reply. I just left her on read. I'm currently sitting in my new office, looking at the view. The transition work is done, my team is happy, and the office is finally quiet. Moral of the story, if you want the promotion, apply for it, and if you don't get it, don't declare war on the person who keeps the receipts. If you want more stories about entitled people getting instant karma, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss the next one. Catch you in the next video.